normal, whatever. We was laughing, joking. And then she just said, like, sister, I feel like I'm finna die. So I was like, girl, whatever, brushed it off or whatever, not thinking that's really how she was feeling. Like, I guess she was feeling her death. I just felt it in my bones, like she was gone, but I just didn't want to see it. It was too many red flags. Wow. Wow. You could have picked her up. You could have did anything else. So why did you take her from my knees? Like, I don't understand. I would respect him more if he tell me why. She did everything. My sister did everything for him. It was nothing he couldn't ask her for. She did everything. She did everything in her power to show him that she loved him no matter what. Like, I just don't understand. I just want to know why. Like, why would you take my sister's life?
3 days before Dishaye Stevenson was found dead on a Dallas roadside, she told her sister something chilling. "Girl, I feel like I'm about to die." Her sister laughed it off, but Dishaye wasn't joking. October 25th, 2023, 7:20 in the morning. Dallas police get a call about a body on Murdoch Road, right next to Lincoln Memorial Cemetery. When officers pulled up to the 1600 block, they found a woman, lifeless, shot in the chest, dumped on the side of the road like she meant absolutely nothing. But this woman? She meant everything to so many people. Her name was Dishaye Stevenson, 38 years old, Black single mother, successful businesswoman who built an empire from scratch, a devoted daughter taking care of her paralyzed mama, a tax professional helping her community get their coins, a woman who radiated life, ambition, and generosity. But here's the tragedy. The man who killed her, her own husband, the same man she picked up from prison with the biggest smile on her face, the same man she married days later, the same man she gave $10,000 cash to for his birthday while he gave her nothing but jealousy, control, and eventually, a bullet. This is the story of Dishaye Stevenson, a woman who gave everything to someone who gave her nothing in return. Dallas, Texas, one of the biggest cities in the South. Known for business, culture, and unfortunately, like most major cities, crime. But in the midst of all that, there lived a woman who refused to be defined by her circumstances. Born November 16, 1988, Dishaye Stevenson was the definition of self-made. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. Let me tell you something. Dishaye ran a whole business called Shea Money Purses and More LLC. But it wasn't just purses, y'all. This woman sold everything. Custom hats, lashes, wigs, jewelry, motivational apparel with phrases like "boss babe" plastered across them. She had a physical storefront in Southeast Dallas that she opened in May 2022. And on social media, she was a star. Her live unboxings and client makeovers were getting 5,000 likes each. She wasn't playing. On Instagram and Facebook, she went by Shea Money and Money Making Dishaye. And listen, it wasn't just a nickname, it was her reality. In her free time, Dishaye worked as a tax auditor. She helped low-income families file their tax refunds. One of her Instagram stories from 2022 shows her celebrating a client's $8,000 refund with a whole giveaway. That's the type of woman she was. She wasn't just getting her own bag, she was helping other people secure theirs. As a Black single mother, Dishaye had overcome obstacles that would have broken other people. She built her businesses from the ground up, juggling multiple streams of income, all while creating a better life for herself and her family. She was living proof that success wasn't about where you came from. It was about the work you were willing to put in. But Dishaye's greatest role? Being a mother. She had a 17-year-old daughter named Maya, and the love between them was real. For Maya's 17th birthday, Dishaye didn't just get her a gift card or some sneakers. No, she bought her daughter a white Challenger, a whole car, because she could, because she had worked hard enough to give her daughter the life she deserved. Family was everything to Dishaye. Her social media was full of pictures with her nieces, nephews, goddaughter, birthday parties, family gatherings, love everywhere. But perhaps her most demanding role was being a caregiver. Dishaye's mother had suffered a stroke, leaving her partially paralyzed and bedridden. And Dishaye stepped up. She balanced multiple businesses, raised a teenage daughter, and was the primary caregiver for her mother. That takes a special kind of strength, y'all. Every single day, Dishaye managed it all with grace, with a smile, never letting anyone see the weight she carried. To everyone who knew her, Dishaye was a light, generous, hardworking, full of life. But here's the tragedy. Despite everything she had accomplished, despite how far she had come, Dishaye could never fully see her own worth. She couldn't recognize that she had already become the woman she was meant to be, a blessing to everyone around her. And that blindness, it led her straight into the arms of a man who would take everything from her. His name was Michael Smith, 39 years old, and when we first see him in Dishaye's life, he's walking out of prison.
This what they been waiting on, ain't it? Ain't nothing so bad, my ain't crying and everything. This my ain't just made him no crime. Baby, you got my ID. Hey. Not right here. Cause my finna eat steaks and shit. You gonna have to pull up today. It's like a bunch of drunk shit going on in their house. I'm finna take them to his mama first stop when I get to Dallas.
Watch this moment closely. Dishaye is there, dressed up, makeup done, glowing with excitement. She's filming the moment, going live on Facebook, sharing her joy with the world. But notice his energy. He walks out, barely looks at her. No excitement, no overwhelming gratitude. When she hugs him, it's awkward, stiff. And then something a lot of people noticed. She opens the car door for him. He doesn't reach for it. He just waits, like she's his driver, not his partner. And within seconds of getting in the car, Dishaye is back on her phone talking to family, filming herself. And Michael, he's just there, silent, detached, already looking like a man who wants to be anywhere else. But Dishaye didn't see the red flags. Or maybe she saw them and chose love anyway. The truth is, Dishaye and Michael had been together for years. They dated long before his incarceration. He served around 5 years for drug-related offenses, possession, possibly dealing. And when he went to prison, Dishaye stayed. She visited. She wrote letters. She sent money. She kept their connection alive across prison walls and phone calls. To Dishaye, this was loyalty. This was love. This was what you did when you committed to someone. And when Michael was finally released in May 2021, Dishaye didn't just pick him up. She went all out. She organized an extravagant surprise to mark his release. A celebration, a fresh start. She booked them a beautiful hotel room. She made sure everything was perfect. This wasn't just a pickup. This was a homecoming. And just days after his release, they got married. It was a small, intimate ceremony. But to Dishaye, it represented everything. A new chapter, a reward for her loyalty, proof that love could survive anything. She posted about it proudly. She called him her world. She made it clear to everyone. Anyone who knew Dishaye knew just how devoted she was to Michael. When she committed wholeheartedly. But here's what Dishaye didn't realize. Michael's time in prison had changed him. Or perhaps it hadn't changed him at all. Perhaps this was who he'd always been. While Dishaye was out building businesses, creating opportunities, making a name for herself, Michael found himself struggling to adapt to life outside prison walls. He had no job, no income, no independence. And Dishaye? She didn't mind at all. In fact, she openly embraced being the provider. She posted about it. She funded their lifestyle. She took him on vacations. She threw him lavish birthday parties. For Michael's birthday, she gifted him $10,000 in cash. Let me say that again, $10,000. Just because she loved him. Just because she wanted to show him that she was all in. But instead of gratitude, something darker began to grow inside Michael. Resentment, jealousy, insecurity. Make it make sense. Here was this woman, his wife, who had everything figured out. She was successful, confident, thriving. And him? He felt like nothing. He felt overshadowed. He felt emasculated. It's not uncommon for some men to struggle when their partner out-earns them or achieves more visible success. Traditional gender roles, societal expectations, these things create pressure. They make a man feel like his worth is tied to being the provider, the dominant figure in the relationship. And when that's taken away, some men support their partner's success. They celebrate it. They grow alongside it. But others, they resent it. They feel threatened by it. And that resentment becomes toxic. It becomes dangerous. Michael fell into the latter category. As time went on, his jealousy intensified. His drug use, which had been an issue before prison, resurfaced. PCP, also known as angel dust, a dangerous street drug that causes hallucinations, severe mood swings, and erratic behavior. He became controlling. He became distant. He became cruel. Dishaye, who had always been the life of the party, full of energy and joy, found herself walking on eggshells. The woman who once radiated confidence now found herself in a relationship where she was constantly belittled, constantly questioned, constantly made to feel like she wasn't enough. But she stayed. Because she loved him. Because she believed love could fix anything. Because she had invested so much, sacrificed so much, stood by him through so much. She thought her love would be enough to save him, to save them. But love isn't always enough. Not when the other person doesn't love you back. Not when the other person sees you as a threat instead of a partner. And tragically, Dishaye was about to learn that lesson in the most devastating way possible. If you're finding this story compelling, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Unheard Cries TV. We cover cases like this with the respect and dignity victims deserve, and your support helps us continue this important work. In the days leading up to October 24th, 2023, something shifted. Dishaye's family began to notice changes. Tensions were rising. Arguments were becoming more frequent. Michael's behavior was becoming more erratic. On October 21st, just 3 days before her death, Dishaye called her sister Jasmine to wish her a happy birthday. They talked. They laughed. They joked like they always did. But then Dishaye said something that would haunt her sister forever.
Get away. Love is not that deep. Love is not that serious. Especially if you have kids, just get away, get out of the situation. I don't wish this on nobody. Nobody. even the situation my auntie went through, I don't wish that on nobody, getting none of their body taken away from them, nothing. I just get away.
But looking back, it was a premonition. It was a warning. It was Dishaye's spirit telling her that something terrible was coming. The next day, Sunday, Dishaye told her family that Michael had been acting strange. He was accusing her of trying to set him up. He was paranoid. He was saying people on Facebook were out to get him. He was spiraling. Jasmine recalled, "She was telling me how he was tripping at the fur and he was trying to leave her. My niece, he was saying like she was trying to set him up, flipping out saying that she was trying to set him up. It was Facebook people out there. It was just some weird stuff." But Dishaye, ever the optimist, ever the loyal partner, tried to work through it. She tried to calm him down. She tried to reassure him. She had no idea that the man she loved was already planning her end. October 24th, 2023, just 1 month before Dishaye's 35th birthday. That evening, her daughter Maya tried to reach her around 4 p.m. No answer. She called again. Still no answer. This was unusual. Dishaye was always in contact with her daughter. Always. They were best friends. They talked multiple times a day. You couldn't separate them. When Maya couldn't reach her mother, she started calling other family members. Panic began to set in. Around midnight, Jasmine received a call.
Monday night, my niece called me around 12 something, and I was asleep. I was hearing my phone, I was hearing Facebook Messenger, and it was like it was just in my dream, but as I kept hearing it, I eventually woke up, and it was my brother's girlfriend saying that my niece haven't heard from her since 4. She was stranded at my auntie's house. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I just was like, that's not her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never leave my niece, no matter what. She never leave my mama, no matter what, so.
That's not her. Because Dishaye would never leave her daughter stranded. She would never leave her paralyzed mother without care. Something was wrong.
My brother and his girlfriend came, and we just started searching from 12 all the way up until, we had found her that morning.
The family searched all night, calling her phone, driving around, checking everywhere she could possibly be, fear building with every passing hour. And then they found her car.
Her car was ditched in Pleasant Village. The way the car was set up, the way it was hid, I just felt it in my bones, like she was gone, but I just didn't want to see it. It was too many red flags.
Pleasant Village Apartments. That's where Michael's father lived. The white Challenger, the same car Dishaye had bought for her daughter's 17th birthday, was parked there, hidden, abandoned. Jasmine saw it first.
The first thing I seen a big handprint on the driver window. And, I'm a criminal justice major, so I started trying to use different contact clues. And it's a creek, in apartments. So I was like, well, let's look in the creek. At that time, I was waiting on my mom and the rest of the family to come so we could all go, look for her. And as we looking in the creek, I just started getting chills over my whole body.
2 minutes later, everything changed.
2 minutes later, Smash the Topic posted and said that it was a lady shot to death, which was 3 minutes from where we was at. So immediately when we seen the post on Smash the Topic, we went directly to the location.
Smash the Topic, a local community blog that posts about crime and news in Dallas. They had posted about a woman's body found on Murdoch Road, 3 minutes away from where the family was searching. The family rushed to the scene.
And when we got there, he was just like, yeah, how they get here so fast? We was already looking. We had been up since 7 in the morning looking. And when we got there, we had to describe and, give them some details to identify her. And when they came back, they didn't even want to say it was her. It was just the nod in the head, and it just went from there. Everybody just broke down.
October 25th, 2023, 7:20 in the morning. Dallas police had arrived at the 1600 block of Murdoch Road, right next to Lincoln Memorial Cemetery. A woman, shot in the chest, left on the side of the road. The bullet had entered her chest at close range and exited through her back. She was wearing only one flip-flop. The other was missing. Dishaye Stevenson, 38 years old, dead, dumped like garbage, left on the roadside like she meant nothing. But Dishaye meant everything. The news of Dishaye's death rippled through the community like a shockwave. This was a woman who had touched so many lives, a woman who had been a beacon of light and positivity. Her daughter Maya, just 17 years old, was now forced to navigate a world without her mother. The woman who had been her best friend, her protector, her biggest supporter, was gone. Jasmine spoke through tears about the senselessness of it all.
Wow. You could have picked her up. You could have did anything else. So why did you take her from my niece? Like, I don't understand. I would respect him more if he tell me why. She did everything. My sister did everything for him.
Detectives immediately began piecing together what happened. Surveillance footage showed Dishaye and Michael arriving separately at the Pleasant Village apartments. At some point, Dishaye had gotten into Michael's vehicle, and it was inside that car where the confrontation took place. Investigators believe an argument broke out, perhaps about their relationship, perhaps about Michael's jealousy, perhaps about Dishaye finally deciding she'd had enough. But whatever was said in that car, it ended with Michael pulling out a gun and shooting Dishaye in the chest. He then drove approximately 3 minutes to a nearby location, right next to Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, and pushed her body out of the car. Left her on the side of the road. When detectives searched Michael's vehicle, they found blood, a spent .380 bullet casing under the driver's seat, and one of Dishaye's flip-flops in the trunk, matching the single sandal still on her body when she was found. The evidence was overwhelming, but Michael, he had already gone into hiding. For the next several hours, police searched for him. They visited his residence and found multiple firearms inside, guns he wasn't even licensed to own. They tracked his movements as he tried to evade capture. But here's what made the family's pain even worse.
I just felt it in my bones, like she was gone, but I just didn't want to see it. It was too many red flags. We asked him, he just showing off a gun, telling my brother he don't know, and knowing that he had already killed my sister. It's just unbelievable.
Let me say that again. The family had contacted Michael during their search for Dishaye, and he lied. He showed off a gun. He acted like he had no idea where she was, all while knowing he had just killed her hours earlier. Moving on, finally police found him at a local barbershop. He was apprehended without incident. When questioned, Michael made a bizarre claim. He said he had been under the influence of PCP, also known as angel dust, at the time of the shooting. He tried to suggest that the drug had influenced his actions, that he wasn't in control of himself. But investigators weren't buying it. PCP can cause hallucinations and erratic behavior, sure, but it doesn't turn someone into a murderer. It doesn't create violence where there was none before. Michael Smith knew exactly what he was doing, and now he would face the consequences. He was charged with murder and held on a $1 million bond in Dallas County Jail. Dishaye's family was left to pick up the pieces. Her mother, already paralyzed and bedridden, now had to process the loss of her daughter, her caregiver, her rock. Her cousin spoke about how much Dishaye had meant to the family.
I really don't even have the words because my cousin, she had a load, you know what I mean? Like, boys taking care of my aunt, you know, she paralyzed. She got one daughter that's in high school, graduating next year, that she'll never be able to see. And she strives so hard to get where she was at, and it's just like, I don't even know. Like, she worked so hard to get where she was at, and just to see everything get took from her and her daughter not be able to, you know, carry on, it's hard.
Hello. Are you ready? Today? What they need?
I'm good. But it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow. Very hard pill to swallow. For as just missing her energy, her vibe, like, you know, her taking care of her mama, like us having to go give her mom and her daughter the news after all day, 4-hour standoff, or looking for her, trying to find context clues, not knowing how to tell them, like, this it's hard. Like, it hurt the city, it hurt a lot of people. Like, she had a lot of love. And she didn't even get to open her new business that she had just invested in. So, it's a lot. She a tax preparer, and she had a boutique named after her niece, Shea Money Purses and More. So her sign is up in on Malcolm X at her new shop. So yes, we got a lot of work to do.
Let me tell you something. On Facebook, you could see all these videos of Dishaye showing how much she loved her husband. Her pouring into him, her celebrating him, her funding him, and to hear that he's the one responsible for this.
She stayed down. Like, the whole time he was incarcerated, she stayed down. She took on all the responsibility by herself. You know, even when he came, like, everything was mapped out. She had everything planned for them. She waited for that day to marry him. I can honestly say, like, she was the perfect wife for him. He just wasn't ready for what she was ready for. Sometimes that'd be the hard part. She thought she could change him because he was a street dude, so she thought she could change him.
But hey, you can't change a man who doesn't want to be changed.
I can't say she did no wrong in her marriage. Like, she really did right in her marriage. And I can't believe he did that. Knowing she took care of her mama full time. Her mama paralyzed, bedbound, like, her daughter's all she got. He put a burden on my family. Like, it's tough even for my kids.
Dishaye's youngest niece was born on October 25th, the same day Dishaye was murdered. 12 hours after Dishaye's body was found, new life entered the family. But the celebration was overshadowed by unimaginable grief. So the question becomes, were there signs? Did this catch the family off guard?
It caught us off guard because he was so quiet. He was so laid back. Like, he was sweet in front of us, but behind closed doors, I just feel like he was a monster.
And it hurt even more because of Jasmine's own family history.
And it hurt me more because it's a domestic violence case. My mama lost her legs 5 years ago to a domestic violence case. So she'll never be able to walk again. And to see my cousin go through the same thing and she not make it out, it's hard.
Domestic violence had already taken her mother's legs, and now it took her cousin's life.
So it was signs that led up to certain things. You know, little fights and arguments, and, you know, of course it's signs, but of course they're gonna try to hide that from their loved ones because they don't want you to feel the type of way about the person that they love.
So, what was Dishaye like before all this?
She was outgoing. She was outspoken. Very energetic. She gonna tell you how she feel. You know what I'm saying? She not gonna keep no secrets from you. If she feel the type of way, she gonna tell you. Love family, like, top tier. family oriented. Like, it's all about her family. It's all about her husband. It's this type of person she was. That's why she had so much love. Cause when Dishaye came, like, you felt her energy in the room. She made an impact everywhere she went. Everybody knew her. And you know, like I said, both our moms in a wheelchair, so it's like our bond blew closer and closer because she seen that, you know, she had to step up. I used to tell her all the time, you gotta step up. You the oldest. You know, you gotta take care of your mama. So.
And Dishaye did. She held everything down.
She held a lot of stuff down, and she definitely left a lot of work for us to do, and for us to, you know, clean up. And I just hate it came to this situation for her to have to be away from him.
Jasmine had conversations with Dishaye after another incident in their relationship, and Dishaye told her,
I had conversations with her, another incident that happened in their relationship, and she told me, cousin, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can do to save my marriage. I love you enough to understand that, and I want you to be happy. You know, I can't make you happy, I make you happy, but if he hurt you, I'm gonna hurt him. That was always what I tell her. And again, like, I don't know if it was anything that I could have did to help her in that situation. And like I said, we were so close when they found the body. Where they found the body at, we were so close. It's like, damn, like, if I'd have got there a couple minutes early, even if she was suffering, I wish you know. But you know, you can't make a person leave somebody that they love. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, when a person loves somebody they love them, you gotta let them, you know, leave when they ready. And I just hate that it's too late.
The family struggled with a haunting question. How do you process loving someone who seemed so happy, only to discover the darkness behind closed doors?
Yeah. And then when you walk through her house, man, from the front door to the back room, to the bathroom, to the closet, it's nothing but pictures, and she happy. So it's like, how can you tell somebody not to be with somewhere where they happy? She was happy, like, my cousin was happy. Like, I never seen her this happy, never. And we like this.
That's what made this so difficult. Dishaye genuinely seemed happy. She posted about her love for Michael constantly. She showed off their life together. She radiated joy.
Does it make you just think about what could have went wrong?
Yeah, I want to know, but don't nobody know but them. And she used to always tell my mama, like, I'm gonna fight for my marriage like you fought for yours. I'm gonna fight for mine like you fought for yours. That's what she wanted. My mama fought for hers, and she'll never walk again. My cousin fought for hers, and she gone.
Let that sink in. Dishaye's aunt fought for her marriage and ended up paralyzed, lost her legs in a domestic violence incident. Dishaye watched that happen, watched her mother lose her ability to walk, and still, she believed love was worth fighting for.
It's like, I hate domestic violence. I really do. And we just went to an event like 2 weeks ago, and my mom spoke. She finally told her story, and it touched a lot of people. And I always tell her, like, you gotta open up and talk, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people hide stuff. Cause my mom, she hid stuff from us for a long time, but the older you get, you start to notice certain things, and it's an eye opener. And I'm sure her daughter got a lot of stuff balled up, a lot of stuff she know, cause that's her mom, and I'm sure they talk. You know, she old enough to understand. But right now, she's taking it so good. Right now, it's scary.
Maya was 17 years old, about to graduate high school. Her mother had promised to be there, front row, cheering the loudest.
She a loner, she the only child. And like I said, her mama's all she had.
But Maya wasn't completely alone. The family rallied around her.
She heard me, but my goal right now is to, take care of my aunt as much as I can and help put her daughter through school, because I know that's what she really wanted more than anything. That's her pride and joy, her daughter. That's her best friend. And I know she hurting right now. She trying to stay strong. And that's the reason really why I came here, because I haven't even been open.
Michael Smith was arrested on October 25, 2023, and charged with the murder of his wife, Dishaye Stevenson. He was booked into Dallas County Jail on a $1 million bond. Over 2 years have passed since Dishaye's tragic death. As of December 2025, no public records indicate a trial date, plea agreement, or case resolution. The case remains pending in the Dallas County criminal court system. Murder cases in Texas can take anywhere from 2 to 4 years to reach trial, especially in large jurisdictions like Dallas County. Pretrial proceedings, competency evaluations, discovery disputes, and plea negotiations all contribute to these lengthy timelines. Michael Smith's claim that he was under the influence of PCP at the time of the shooting may have triggered mental health evaluations to determine his competency to stand trial. These evaluations can add months or even years to court proceedings. While the legal system moves slowly, one thing remains constant. Dishaye's family continues to wait for justice. Her daughter Maya, now 19 years old, has had to navigate these formative years without her mother's guidance, love, and support. Moving from teenager to young adult without the woman who had been her everything. Her mother remains without her primary caregiver, the devoted daughter who had sacrificed so much to ensure her comfort and care. And a community mourns the loss of a woman who was a light to everyone who knew her. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but one thing remains certain: Dishaye Stevenson's memory will never be forgotten. Dishaye Stevenson was born on November 16, 1988. She was taken from this world on October 25, 2023, at just 38 years old. Another Black woman lost to domestic violence, another story that should have never happened. But her memory lives on. Her daughter carries her legacy. Her family honors her name. And her story serves as a reminder of the importance of recognizing red flags, valuing yourself, and understanding that love should never cost you your peace, your safety, or your life. Let me tell you something. According to reports, 4 Black women are lost to violence every single day in the United States. Every single day. Dishaye's story is not unique. It's part of a larger epidemic that disproportionately affects Black women who face higher rates of domestic violence, femicide, and systemic barriers to protection and justice. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by men than white women. 2.5 times. That's not just a statistic. Those are mothers, daughters, sisters, aunties, friends, women with dreams, businesses, families who love them. And too often, these stories don't get the attention they deserve. Too often, these women become hashtags instead of headlines. Their lives reduced to crime scene photos instead of celebrated for the impact they made. But not today. Not on this channel. Dishaye was more than a victim. She was a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, a mother, a daughter, a caregiver, a light. She deserved better. She deserved a partner who celebrated her success instead of resenting it. She deserved a love that lifted her up instead of tearing her down. She deserved to see her daughter graduate, to open her new shop, to continue building her empire. She deserved to live. So what can we learn from Dishaye's story? Love is beautiful. Loyalty is admirable. Standing by someone through hard times shows character. But, and this is a big but, love should never require you to sacrifice your safety. Loyalty should never mean ignoring red flags. Standing by someone should never mean standing in harm's way. If you're in a relationship where you feel like you're walking on eggshells, if your partner's jealousy has turned into control, if their insecurity has become your problem. If you find yourself making excuses for their behavior or hiding the truth from family and friends, girl, that's not love, that's danger. And I need you to hear this. You are not responsible for fixing a broken man. You are not responsible for managing someone else's insecurities. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Your life matters. Your life matters. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for help. You are not alone. Your life matters, and you deserve to be safe. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7 at 1-800-799-7233. You can also text START to 88788 or visit thehotline.org for confidential support. And if you see the signs in someone you love, speak up. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't assume they'll leave when they're ready. Sometimes people need to hear from the people who love them that what they're experiencing is not normal. It's not okay. And there is a way out. Rest in peace, Dishaye Stevenson. You were a blessing to your world. You deserved so much better. Your light will continue to shine through your daughter, through your family, and through every person whose life you touched. This has been Unheard Cries TV. Thank you for watching Dishaye's story and helping us honor her memory. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this story to raise awareness about domestic violence. Your engagement helps us continue to tell these important stories with the dignity and respect victims deserve. And remember, if you see the signs, speak up. If you're in danger, reach out. Love should never hurt, and no one deserves to lose their life at the hands of someone who claimed to love them. Rest in power, Dishaye Stevenson.